This video is brought to you by Lingoda. What's going on, everyone? 我是麦克老师. So, every once in a while, you see a person with so much talent that you just have to talk about her.
大家好，我叫谷爱凌。
Suddenly I'm seeing her everywhere. 我在电梯左手边就是谷爱凌，右手边也是谷爱凌，这里是小麦。Her mom is from China, her dad is from the US, but she was born in San Francisco and grew up there. Does she consider herself Chinese or American? Let's hear it from her.
My name is Eileen Gu. I'm from San Francisco, California.
Since I was little, I've always said when I'm in the US, I'm American. When I'm in China, I'm Chinese. I preserve it by having friends and being able to communicate with people because that's the best way to transmit culture.
I have to say, for 18 years old, her resume is already very impressive. On top of being a professional skier, she's also a professional supermodel. On top of that, she also has to manage her study.
我是我们高中历史中第一个提前毕业的学生。
Graduated a year early, and she managed to get a 1580 on her SATs. If you don't know, the highest you can get is 1600. That's a better score than 99.8% of SAT test takers. I also read the morning of her SAT, she couldn't find a cab, so she just ran the whole way there just to get there on time. Additionally, she's already been accepted to Stanford. She is a very accomplished piano player. And recently, she became the first woman in history to land a double cork 1440. If you don't know what that is, this is what it looks like. It's 4 times around. That is insane. This is Eileen when she's 8 years old. What the heck was I doing when I was 8 years old? In fact, she was so good at so many sports, she had to choose which one to be professional at. Her main goal has always been to compete at the 2022 Olympics in China. She's heavily favored to win the gold medals in most of her events. So let's listen and see why she decided to represent China in this year's Olympics.
Sports are ingrained in youth culture in the US. I hope to inspire more of that to happen in China. I knew that the Olympics were going to be in China, and I think that this actually offered a really good opportunity because a lot of people were going to watch the Olympics who perhaps hadn't heard of the sport before, look at their TVs and say, hey, we're the same age and she's out there doing that, I can too. I just want to give more kids the opportunity to try sports because I think that sport culture still has room to grow, and so I hope to be a part of that growth.
I also learned a new Chinese idiom from her.
一叶障目不见泰山 like roughly translates to have a greater perspective of things that are greater than myself. It was really about inspiring younger girls who maybe didn't know what the sport is or didn't know what extreme sports in general were.
Not only is she a world-class athlete, she seems like she has a really good heart as well. So about her English and Chinese, which one does she speak best?
粉凤凰红凤凰粉红凤凰粉红粉凤凰
She's even got that nice standard Beijing 儿话。
朋友玩滑板啊什么的。
朋友玩滑板什么的。
特别感兴趣，所以我就想问一下，了解一下这个。
想了解一下。But her English, man, she's got a weird accent. Just kidding. 她的英语就稍微偏加州式的美式英语吧。The California West Coast accent is kind of the more neutral American English accent, probably because a lot of movies and TV shows are shot there, so it's kind of what we're exposed to. There are many different accents throughout the US, so there's no true standard. But today, 谷爱凌会教我们加州式的美式英语。But before we do that, let's talk about New Year's resolutions. Have you set your language learning goals for 2022 yet? Whether you have or you haven't, you gotta check out Lingoda. They're doing another Super Sprint challenge next month. Unlike previous challenges, which were 90 days long, this one is only 60 days long. So it's a little bit less of a commitment, plus you can still get that 100% cashback refund. So that means with the Super Sprint, you could get 60 days of lessons, 1 hour every day with a 100% cashback refund. Make sure you check the terms and conditions and see exactly how to do it. 40,000 students have already participated in Lingoda Sprint challenges. And if the Super Sprint is a little too much for you, then you can try the regular Sprint. It's also 60 days long, but you only need to participate in 15 classes per month for a total of 30 classes over a 60-day period. Doesn't matter what your English level is, you can start at the beginner level or the intermediate level. Remember, these are small group classes with a certified teacher, native speaker. At most, there'll be 5 students, usually only 2 or 3. There are classes 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so it can literally fit anyone's schedule. If you want to check out what a Lingoda class looks like, you can see what I learned in one of my Spanish classes here. Soy de los Estados Unidos, pero vivo en Chile.
Juego al fútbol más con mis amigos más y tocar el guitar.
La guitarra.
La guitarra, sorry.
Adios. There was a couple other people in there, so we could all make our mistakes together. Click the link below right now and check it out. You can even use my voucher code below to get $25 off of the deposit. I mean, come on, 60 days of free English lessons, it doesn't get better than this. 所以我们到底怎么说加州式的英语? Basically, you need to know the following 10 words and say them a lot. I'm gonna go through them real quickly and give you some examples. Are you ready? Let's go. Number 1, like. Specifically, I was like or I'm like.
And I was like, I look like such a nerd. Like, this is so funny. Because it's just like, yeah, it doesn't feel super easy and great, but like, if you just distract yourself, it's over quick.
So I was like walking on the street the other day and there was like this scooter who was totally going like way too fast. Number 2, ever. Specifically, best ever. Everything is the best ever. But to make it authentic, you need to pause. This was like the best ever.
I also want to say thank you to Stephen and Miriam for making like the best dinner like ever. It was
Like ever.
Type are the best 4 runs I've done in my life, ever.
I've only competed in one big air before, like ever.
Best 什么什么, pause, ever. 搞定了. She's like the best skier.
Ever.
Number 3, literally.
I'm literally not doing anything except for skiing and sleeping and occasionally playing piano.
I just want to say that I literally can't believe I'm saying that. I like how people just randomly cross the street. Like that scares me so bad. There's just literally cars that are like, huh, nice.
This is my dream school. It's the school that I have literally wanted to go to since I was 6 years old.
意思就是没什么意思，就是要强调你在说什么. I literally got no sleep last night because my son was up crying. It was like the worst night ever. Number 4, describe everything as super.
I'm obviously super happy to get my first X Games medal in big air nonetheless. So
I was super nervous going into it. I hadn't made finals, and that was super crazy. Just having people come up to me like, "Can I take a photo with you?" I was like, "Oh, super crazy!" But her rails are super awesome, and
She's a super talented skier and she's super smart. And this water is like super good. Best water ever. Number 5, oh my gosh.
Hey, so nice to see you.
So nice to talk to you again. Oh my gosh, it's been like a year.
oh my gosh, you know who I am.
Oh my gosh, like this is literally the cutest panda ever. Looks like you can put money in here.
worst piggy bank ever.
Number 7, awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love this song!
She's just such a sweet girl. Like, I love her. She's awesome. I think it's so awesome. She has a neuroscience degree. I think it's really awesome being able to see your idols who are both super good at skiing, but also being able to pursue other career paths and excel in those too.
Number 8, insane.
So beautiful here. Like, do you see this? This is insane.
Don't say amazing, no, it's insane. Insane just literally means like super good, like best ever. I actually say this word a lot too. Number 9, totally.
And it was just a dream come true, totally.
Totally has so many uses. In this case, she's using it to emphasize again. It was a dream come true, totally. You can also use it to agree with somebody. I bet Gu Ailing is gonna win the gold medal, totally. It's a super awesome word, totally. And last thing you can do if you want to sound a little more Californian, use nouns as verbs. I don't know if this is a Californian thing, maybe it's just an American thing.
My grandma is definitely the chef of the household. You will always be able to find her chefing it up in the kitchen.
Chefing it up in the kitchen. Basically, just take the noun, make it into a verb, and add it up. Phone him up, see what he's doing. You should go English it up with Lingoda. Oh my gosh, let's go to Starbucks and coffee it up. The pumpkin spice latte is literally like the most super awesome coffee like ever. The possibilities are like literally endless. Oh my gosh, it's insane. Totally. 加州式英语搞定了没? All right, let's move on to idioms and fixed English phrases.
It takes a lot more than you think it does to keep your face still in the air, which is easier said than done for sure. So
Easier said than done. There are many things in the world that maybe you think are easy, but in reality, they're very, very hard. For me, it's editing videos. If you've never tried editing videos or doing bilingual subtitles for a 10-minute video, try it sometime. It's much easier said than done.
I just want to say that I literally can't believe I'm saying that. My mind is blown. Oh my god.
My mind is blown. Maybe something exciting happens to you or you find out some new information. My mind is blown. She got a 1580 on her SAT. My mind is blown.
and I was wearing the #1 bib for the first time, so this was a really big deal.
A big deal. This is a great way to replace very important. It can be a positive situation or a negative situation. I hope this video gets 1 million views. That would be a big deal. Oh, my friend is in the hospital. It's a really big deal.
When I was 9, you signed a poster and you said, Eileen Gu, you're gonna crush it.
Crush it 意思就是你表现会很精彩的. We often use crush it to encourage people like 加油, you're gonna crush it. I'm gonna crush the SAT test. Something used to encourage and bring positivity to whatever you're doing. There we go. Your English lesson with Eileen Gu is finished. Hope you learned a lot. And how do you think she's gonna do in the Olympics? Let me know in the messages below. And please, please, please don't miss this chance to get in on the Lingoda Sprint Challenge. Sign up before February 1st. Classes begin February 11th. Link is below. Read the terms and conditions. 100% cashback refund. I hope everyone is doing super awesome, like literally insane, and you're having like the best day ever. And I'll see you in the next video. Stay warm, stay happy, stay healthy. 我是麦克老师，下次再见。